Good day to everyone. Thank you very much for coming into this room on this Precise Trader Trade Live. Today is August 21st, and I'm sure you all are doing well. And for those of you who are coming first time, okay, of course, please take note our procedures. Okay. Okay, do take note of the risk disclosure. Day trading in foreign exchange is risky. Past results are not indicative of future returns. The content on this webinar is mainly educational purpose and use the information entirely at your own risk, and you must assess the risk at any trade with your broker before you put in your trades. Okay, and also do take note of the ground rules. For those of you who are coming first time, please put your mic on mute. Okay, and also please respect your fellow attendees and the presenter. Mute your mic when the speaker is speaking. Of course, if you have any questions, you may ask, and you can ask questions on the mic, or if you feel you want to chat, please address under the chat column, address to everyone, so everyone can see your questions and when we address your questions, and also ask questions related to trading. Okay, and for those of you who are logging in from YouTube, uh, my apologies, because you would not be able to ask questions because we do directly on WebEx. So the reason why we are doing it is because we want it to be more or less like a closed door, and we are looking to recruit traders. We are planning to recruit and train people, and we want it to be as interactive as possible. Okay, and also uh, take note, okay, for those of you who are coming, okay, why Precise Trader? Okay, we have 30 years of experience, and our trading system is very unique, one and only, because we have invented the system, and now we are ready to share with the public. Okay, and uh, also take note that our system is very unique, and you can just look at the system and you can decide what you want to do. Okay, the system would tell you, and of course, if you have chart knowledge and if you have your own expertise or your own experience, then you can use it to verify it. Okay, so we have three types of tools which we use. Okay, main thing is we have this dashboard. This is most powerful tool in our system, whereby it gives you an entry, exit, and stop loss. Okay, then we have a trend map that would give you the trend directions on different time frame. You just in one look at it, you can look at and see so-called, you can see the trend on different time frame. Just it gives you a bird's eye view, and it gives you on different time frame, like 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, daily, weekly, so on and so forth. Okay, and we also have another important tool. We call it a PT zones. Okay, this will tell you uh, more or less, like, I mean, the trend direction, also where the market is trading, and whether do you see any resistance. I mean, it's not uh, so easy to just look from a normal chart or from a blind eye. Okay, I mean, I'm just showing you. Later I'll show you. That means I'll just tell you, okay, this is the resistance level. If it breaks, then only the price is going to go up. If this is a support level, if it breaks, then it's going to go down, so on and so forth. So this is all not visible to normal eyes. And also, if you are doing your own chart analysis, okay, I'm sure this is also not seen it's not very obvious. So you would, maybe later on, you may agree with me when I share with you the tools. Okay, then we also have a strongest weakest that will decide the best cross to trade during a specific time frame. Okay, and how we have designed the system is, okay, we have designed the system in such a way that we have like 4 time belts in a day. Okay, we go on every 6 hours. Okay, that is our standard default time. So every 6 hours we have one time belt, I mean, of course, if you are going lower, then we can go with, but the system would only give you 6 hours, 12 hours daily, weekly, so on and so forth. So, and what we will be doing is we would be giving you signals every 6 hours. Okay, in fact, I don't know, for those of you who have been following us, okay, we are trying to uh, improve the services by focusing more on the trading and more on to try to make more money rather than giving, services, because end of the day, I think this is what that makes the difference, whether you are successful or not successful. So what we are going to do from next week, okay, next week, what we are planning to do is we may have webinar literally every day, and we are going to have, and we are going to start another program called Trade Live with Us, meaning we are going to show with you the trades what we are taking, and we are going to have your hands on with you. That means how we can uh, uh, we can manage the trade. That means, in the event, if it goes against what, then what action should be doing. If it goes in favor, then what should we be doing? When should we lock in our profit, and when should we have a re-entry? All this, this is all very in detail part where that makes people success. So you got to, definitely it will be a worthwhile journey, and but the only request what I need from you guys is, please try to be as interactive as possible. Meaning, I'm sure you all are traders. Okay, I'm sure you all are traders. I mean, if you are any newbies in this room or anyone, then what I would suggest is, okay, I mean, you may listen, but end of the day, I think you got to. You cannot be working on a demo account, or you cannot be working on learning for forever, so there must be a point whereby you have to have your real test, and that's where we come in, and we will be guiding you, and we will be assisting you. Okay, the only request, like as I told you, I mean, we have started this, and we are now trying to come to the public and try to help people to trade, at the same time recruit people. So I would appreciate if you can be as interactive. Ask questions related. I mean, I know the system is new, something is very new and all, but at least, if you ask, then I know that, okay, you are with me, and how far you understood, and I can see that, whether you are following or not following. Okay, and our signals. Okay, we have 5 types of signals. Okay, we have like scalping, day, news, momentum, and swing. Okay, our signals are very unique, and it's differentiated by different time frame. So the word itself will tell you, like for instance, like news trading, that means we would be trading news during the data announcement. So we have a proper protocol to follow. Okay, so we would be taking in with a proper risk reward and proper guidance, and in the event if we are wrong, what happens, how we should be taking care, all this we would be doing, and we will be sharing with you. And also, like, we will be providing a strong backend support, and we help you to take this as a career, because we are seriously looking for people for trading. Okay, if you are looking for full time, if you're keen, okay, then what I would suggest is, the best thing is, just come forward, ask, and what are the things we provide, then we are there to assist you, and we can see how we can join hands. Okay, the products we offer is mainly all this Forex crosses, mainly Euro, Pound, Dollar, Yen, Dollar Swiss, Aussie, Dollar CAD, New Zealand Sing dollars, and any one of these crosses against each other. You name it, we look at all this, and we track almost like 36 to 40 crosses. So anything related to this, if you have any questions, or if you have taken any trade, okay, you ask, we would dare to assist, and we'll give you our view. Okay, and also we also look into mainly in gold, silver, and we also provide like other metals also. We do look at it, and we also trade on futures, like mini Dow, mini Nasdaq, mini S&P, Russell, DAX, and or CFDs or futures. Okay, whoever, I mean, whichever way you are trading. If you're trading futures, then we will give you as futures. Then if CFDs, then we'll look into CFDs. And commodities, we also look into crude oil, natural gas, corn, wheat, and all the softcom, right? Okay, now we are going into live trading. Okay, I'm going to share with you our system. Okay, and I'm not sure how many of you have been coming in first time. Okay, if you are coming in first time, maybe just type, because I just want you to be as interactive as possible. So type under the chat, okay, saying that, okay, this is I'm coming first time, so repeat. So at least I know that, okay, you are with me, you are listening. So otherwise, there's no point, it's every time we talk, and you just listen. And we are not sure how far you have understood the system, right? Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, always, okay, this is what our practice. Okay, what we do is we always uh, try to do a reset every time belt. Okay, every time belt, that means, we try to initiate a trade during a specific time. Okay, that's one. Second thing is, uh, when we are trading, okay, we must have a game plan. Okay, that means like, okay, what is our idea? And we must always do our homework before you initiate your trade, and that's the only way you can trade for a living. Okay, there is a lot of difference when you trade for a living and trading for as a part-time. That means, you have a job and you just trade for a part-time. So there's a lot of difference. So when you want to trade for a living, that means you got to take out money from the market regularly, and that then only, you will be able to survive. Otherwise, I don't think, you will be able to survive, and you'll be able to last long, right? Okay, so the data tonight, okay, we look at it. Okay, there's only one data that's coming out, which is crude oil inventories, that is going to be affecting the crude. And tonight we have about 2 a.m. FOMC minutes. Okay, that is the most important data. Of course, we would be getting some guidance of the next rate cut on the US. So this is the data to look forward to. Okay, then apart from that, so today that means this is going to be a live trading, and of course this is not a news trading because there isn't any news. So we are going to just do a live trade. Okay, when we look at this, okay, the currencies that is moving right now is dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen and pound yen, is this the only cross that is telling you that this is moving out of the level, and we can trade this uh this this cross. Okay, other than that, the rest all are flat. Okay, this is what we meant by the strongest and weakest and the best cross to trade as of now at this time belt, right? Okay, so to start off with, okay, remember I told you we would be using three tools. Okay, we are going to use the trend map, the PT zones, and the dashboard. Then finally, we look at the chart, then we verify, and we are good to go. So the same method and same procedure we practice day in, day out. Okay, then you can be assured that, like, most of the work is done by the system. See, because if you ask me, because see, I know, I mean, I don't know how you guys are trading, like probably you are just concentrating on euro dollar, or maybe you're concentrating on certain currencies, then you just do. But our style of trading is we look for opportunity. So meaning which hour gives an opportunity, now we grab that opportunity, and that's where you need a screening to be done on the market. So in other words, the system would screen and tell you that, okay, what is to be looked and how we can trade, what to be trading. Okay. So take a piece of paper and uh, pen and just write it down. So then at least what we are saying. Then you can test it and you can see whether this thing works and whether is good to follow or not. Okay, now we look at the trend map. Okay, when we look at the trend map, we are right now. You look at it. It's very simple. Okay, the white box means the market is flat. Red means the market is down. Green means the market is up. Okay, on top you see all the time frame. These are the or the candlesticks. Whatever chart you may be using. 0 means this is the current time belt we are looking at. -1 means the previous. -2 is the previous. So all in all, we have about 6 time belts. So when we say 6 time bars, so when we look at, let's say we look at, let's assume like we look at daily. So that means it's 6 days of data that is already built into the system, and this would give you a bird's eye view of what's happening on the market. And the next thing on the left you see is all the currencies. Okay, we have like euro, pound, dollar, yen, dollar, Swiss, Aussie, CAD, New Zealand, Sing dollars, and we go across, and this is how we do. Okay, since there is no data out, okay, we can take a time, then we see what would be the best thing to trade and what would be the best cross to do. Okay, now if you look at, we always start off, we look for 0 and -1. So we'll try to get things eliminated, whichever things which we are looking at, and we will get a clue what market to trade and what to do. So when we look at 0, see, like for instance, like dollar cat, 0 is red. That means, the dollar cat is coming off. Okay, 720 is red, 360 is red, 240 is red, 120 and 15 minutes is all flat. Okay, that means what is telling us is, even though this market is coming down, but this has got no strength for, or no weakness or for it to go down, because the lower time frame are still flat. So in other words, you should be you should not be going for a sell on this, because there is no weakness coming in on the lower time frame. On the other hand, if you are planning to go for a buy, then buy at a specific levels. Okay, what is the beauty of our system is, okay, that's the entry would give you a specific entry, and you can trade on that levels. Okay, the reason why we want you to do that is because that would eliminate a lot of emotions, that is hidden on us. Okay, and I'm sure you're a trader, you agree with me. Every time when you look at the chart, you're tempted. Hey, this thing is moving. Okay, let's pull the trigger. You go, then finally you tell yourself, I shouldn't have done that. I know I should have entered at the better levels, and so on and so forth. So the reason we want you to do that is to cut that, to put that aside. Okay, we want you to trade on specific levels. Okay, of course I'll be guiding you and I'll be telling you. Okay, so now dollar cat selling is out. Okay, if you are going to go for a buy, then we have to look for the levels, then we see whether we are going for a buy on this. Okay, then now the next thing is, when we look at 0, okay, we look at daily. Okay, the -1, I think dollar yen is flat. Okay, it's flat. So we don't touch dollar yen now, because this is flat on the -1, flat, 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 flat. And right now this is in red. Okay, we don't touch this. So when we look at -1, okay, let's do, okay, now we have 360. Okay, 360 -1 is highlighted. So now we are going to use that as a benchmark. Okay, that means we are going to see, like for instance, like pound, you see here, your -360 is red, and this is the current time belt is all flat, and we have 120 and 240 is also red. So what is telling me is, looks like it's telling me that the pound is turning down. So now we got to see whether we have seen the high. If we assume the high, then chances are we may go for a sell on this. Okay. So now on the other hand, we look at it. Okay, any other clues? Okay, we choose pound. That's one. Second is dollar yen. Okay, we have a red on -1. So we have a near term red. That means a 15-minute is telling you is red. So basically we are getting a pullback. So this might be an opportunity to go for a buy, because if dollar yen has seen the low, then this would tell you that okay, we can go for a buy. So we take a pound, we take dollar yen. Okay, the next thing is we look for dollar Swiss. Okay, Swiss also is telling you a green is red all this while. Okay, this is all this while, and right now is green, so probably we may look to go for a buy on this. Okay, so we'll take 3 crosses. Okay, we don't want too many, so then we will say like, okay, we will trade on the pound, we will trade on the dollar yen, and we'll trade on the dollar Swiss. Okay, we pick all these 3, but of course we can trade on Aussie, Canadian dollars. We got to be a bit careful because this is the only one that is standing out. So chances are this may be coming to a halt, so that's why we got to be a bit careful. And New Zealand, all the others also can be traded, but as of now, we'll choose pound, dollar yen, and dollar Swiss. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to see the PT zones Forex and see whether this is giving us the same answer. Okay, so now when we look at this, okay, you see the pound, there is no weakness. Okay, the market is flat on the current 360 and the daily. Your previous 660 is flat. Your previous day was up and current week is up. So basically what is telling me is, okay, the market may have registered the high. So chances are we may have seen the high, or we may see the high one last spike up, then the market may turn. Only these are the 2 things, the clue I'm getting based on this. So we still go for a pound trade, and the dollar yen, you see here on the daily is showing strength. Your previous 360 is showing strength and current 360 is flat. So I think dollar yen might be the best cross to trade as of now, because this is showing strength and we are going to go in that direction. But of course, we need to know how far it can go. So at least then we can take trade on that. Dollar Swiss is flat. So this is also flat. So we wait for this market to come in. Right? Okay, now, so now as of now, we still take pound, dollar yen, dollar Swiss. Now, when I look at the second one, I've decided that I want to focus more on the yen. Okay. The next tool we need to use is your currency dashboard. And this currency dashboard, this is where this would tell you uh, your entry, exit, and stop loss, and all the levels. Remember, I told you, okay, we need this information. We need this information before we initiate the trade. Okay, the first thing, of course, we want to know is what is the trend direction. The next thing is we want to know what is the boundary. Okay, boundary means what is the maximum high and low we can see. And the third one would also be your entry and exit. Okay, the reason why we need to know the boundary is because when there is a big opportunity, okay, we need to stay in the trade. And Forex is 2 things, it's not that easy, because sometimes, when you lock in your profit, you felt that you may have closed too early. I don't know how many of you have this experience. You may have closed too early, and you have missed a big opportunity. On the other hand, you may have got stopped out, and you may have missed the entry again. There's a lot of things can happen. So but to know all the answers, we need to know this information so that we can put in the trade. So now let's start off with dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen, if you look at it, okay, rule of thumb, we just look at your current day high and low, compare it your previous day and your minus your previous day. That means the -1 and -2. Then you get some idea. Okay, the dollar yen, you see right now, the market is trading at 45.95. Okay, the next thing is we need to know your current high is 46.25 and your current low is 44.95. So you check whether your current low, compare it with your previous low. What does it tell you? Okay, it tells me that your current low was lower than your previous day low and your current high is less than your previous day high. Okay, when I go into your -2, the low is lower than your -2 low and the high is also lower high. Okay, so right now the only clue I have is today the market made a lower low but is trying to move up. Okay, so this is the first clue I get. Then the next thing I need to know is where is trading. Okay, and is the rule of thumb. What we do is we use this uh, this uh, this this the grade area level. Okay, that means all these levels. That means we call it a resistance. Just give me a minute. Thing is okay. So here, when you look at it, okay, what is happening is how we read it is we call it a resistance left 1 and we have a resistance left 2, resistance center 1, C1, C2, right 1, right 2. The grade area, this all this 6 and 6, 12 areas, usually rule of thumb, this would be your day low or day high, and this is within this level. Okay, another thing you need to understand the system is if the market once it goes to SR1, okay, this is support right 1, and this market is in a selling phase or selling mode, and once the price goes above RL1, okay, this is resistance left 1, then this is in a buying mode. And from here, how we trade is from resistance left 1 to max is resistance R2. This is one set of trading zone or trading band that you can see on the market. And another way is, of course, I'll show you on a lower time frame, then you can clearly visualize. Okay, now what we see here is two things you must understand. The market right now is 45.95. It's trading right now, and the low is wait okay, low is 44.95. So now the market has broke the low and now is moving into the buying zone area. So now we should be looking to go for a buy. And the next thing is if I buy, my price target should not go beyond 46.80 and 47 or 47.35. All these three levels are the key levels I need to take note. Later, I'll be sharing you with the chart so at least you can see, visualize, and you can get confidence. So you take down a piece of paper, write down. Okay, that means if I buy, I got to exit before 46.80, before 47 for sure, because this until this 47, this is in a selling mode. But once it breaks 47.35, then there is no more selling. Then it becomes a buying zone, and people have to look to go for a buy. So this is the key level 46.80, 47. So when I scroll down, what do I get? The levels. Okay, we see a resistance at 46.25. I think this is a current high, and it did 46.65, 46.25 breaks, then the maximum we should be seeing is 47.70. So in other words, I get an answer, even if it breaks 47.35, the market should not go beyond 47.70 and 47.90. So this is the boundary I'm getting in. Okay, now I've give you an answer, but later I'll give you a final answer. Okay, now if you are a buyer, first thing is I'm going for a buy. Okay, and next thing is always
বললে না
when you
অর্ডার করে দিয়েছি
decide, when you go for a buy
সত্যি
or
করে কথা
sell,
বলো না
the
তুমি
first thing you need to tell yourself is
দোকান
ask yourself where is your stop. Start with
এই
a stop.
এগুলো তোমার কবে
So
যাবে
if you are buying, if you are buying, concentrate on the low. That means concentrate on the stop. So I'm going to give you the stop, then target, then finally your entry point. So entry point can be in staggered manner, right? So now to get an answer, we should be going into a lower time frame. Okay, remember earlier on I said that we are going to trade within the 360 band, 360 trading band. So now the answer lies here. So if I'm going to buy, I must make sure that the 46.25 breaks. Okay, this breaks, and I should exit before 46.80. Remember early on when we did, remember I gave you the figure as 46.80, 146.80 and 147. So now I'm convinced that I got to close my trade before 46.80. Okay, and I have resistance at 46.60 as well. Two times I see resistance. So I should be taking my profit at 46.60 and 46.80. So I got an answer for to take a profit. Now the next thing we need to know is our stop loss. Okay, your current low is 145.90. Okay, and it's still in the buying zone. So now I have a strong support at 45.70. Okay, I have a buying zone RL1 here, and I also have SR2. Okay, this is a strong support. So I already got an answer. Okay, so my stop loss would be below 45.30, and my entry point would be 45.70. This is my oh, one more thing I forgot to tell you is ask yourself whether are you a conservative trader or aggressive trader. So if you are a conservative trader, then you try to buy at 45.70. If you are an aggressive trader, you can buy at 45.90 and you put your stop loss at 45.30, and you wait for this level to break, and we get to exit at 46.60 or 46.80. Okay, so now finally I look at the chart. I'm going to give you a final answer, right? So now let me share with you the chart. Okay, so this is the whatever the figures I shared with you. This homework is already been done from the chart. So if you look at it, your today's low is 44.95. So which is today's low, and your previous day low was 45.20, and your -2 low was also 45.20. So it's whatever you see there is all reflected here. Okay, so now when I look at the chart, okay, what I'm convinced is more or less, a short-term low is already been seen on this instrument. That means the price is not expected to break 44.95 for sure. And remember earlier on, our system says our stop loss has to be at 145.30. So this is what we are looking for the stop. Okay, so what the system tells you and what the chart is giving you the same answer. Okay, now the only thing I got to give you, the system said my entry point is 145.90, and my another entry is 145.70. So now that answer I got to give you by looking at the chart. Okay, usually when we look at the chart, usually we play the game by looking at 1 minute and 15 minute. Okay, we don't look at beyond that level. So when we look at 1 minute this would tell you, of course, we would be teaching you how we can look at it. See, the answer you need to ask yourself is to know whether the market has turned or still has got more room to go down, right? So as of now, looking at the chart, your 1 minute is still coming down, and I still feel that there is some more room to go down. Okay, in fact, let's look at your, yeah. So your hourly is telling you that, okay, this is down. So this can come down another 40 minutes. Okay, all this clue, we are going to teach you slowly how this thing is all done. So now the next thing is, where is my entry? Since I know that I have another 40 minutes, it can come down, and right now the market has not turned up yet. So I would only be uh, looking for a turn to enter market or higher if I see a turn here. Okay, right now the market has still not turned yet, and still we have time. It can go down some more. So my entry point would be 45, 75 or 70. Okay, I think this is, I agree with the system. Okay, so now I give you an answer and clue. Write it down on this. Okay, let me see whether I can give you this Excel sheet. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me give you the clue so at least you can take down. Okay, this is going to be a day trading call. Usually, the reason, like as I told you, the call would be depending on your price target. So right now, this is trading at 45.97. So the price action right now, this is turning up. I would say it's turning up because our hourly has already seen the low, which is 144.95. The low has already been confirmed. Okay, so the trend is going to go up, and remember the target is 146.80. Okay, the stop is 145.30, and the critical level we need to see is 146.25 break. So these are the levels. So now I can give you an order. That means to buy one lot, entry level 145.70. I put 70 or 75. I leave it to you. 145.30 and 146.75. The condition is 146.25 must break. Okay, must break. Okay, this is the condition we need to. That's the benchmark level we need to stay focused, and that level has to break. And this expiry date, see, all our trades, we normally what we do is we put in the expiry date and time. So the reason why we are doing it is because we have key in like plenty of orders. We key in like 20, 30 orders. So it's not possible for us to go and cancel one by one, and we don't want to uh, uh, see. We once we key in the order, once the order is filled, then we take into action and take into mode. So this expiry we can put until 23 hours in the night. So you just have to do. Then of course, I told you like next week we are starting the webinar whereby we are going to guide you, going to show you hands on. That means we put in a trade. It's going to be at least about 1.5 hours. Then we will see once the market starts to move. Then we'll tell you if it moves, what should we do? If we get stopped out or we are at the verge of getting stopped out, then what should we be doing? And how should we be managing the trade? So that itself, that would be a good experience which you can get from us. Okay, so this is the call. So for this trade, and you put in your trade, and definitely what we see is we expect the 45 the low, the more or less the low is already been seen on the hourly, all the hourly. So we expect the price to push higher. So you can see and you can test this out. Okay, the question I see is Sing Yen. Okay, at least I have someone who's asking question. Okay, let me give you the view on Sing Dollar Yen. Okay, let me share with you. Then after that, finally we will see that S&P and Nasdaq. Okay, so all you got to do is the same thing. Okay, you change to a yen cross. Then once you scroll, you get all the figures on the Sing Yen. Okay, so now you look at, for instance here, this is a bit thing you need to know. See, your Sing Yen right now, this is trading at 111 68 or 70. Okay, let me double check. Yeah, correct. So now when we look at this, this is in a similar situation. Okay, but the only tricky part is the Sing dollar is also weakening and the dollar yen is also weakening. So the only thing you need to ask yourself, or you need to tell yourself, is your Sing dollar dollar yen weakness, dollar yen, I mean, going up strength should be higher than dollar Sing. Then only you can see this thing moving higher. So the only thing you can do is, no matter what happens, you got to exit before 112, 112.20. Okay, on this. And it's the same thing. Okay, we got to exit before 112.20. And right now, this is already into the buying zone. Okay, it's already into the buying zone. And my stop loss should be 11120. Okay, today's low is lower, is similar to dollar yen. Okay, today's low is lower than yesterday's low, right? So today's low, so we got to put our stop loss at 11120 based on the daily. But let me see, we can get a higher level. Okay, so the thing what on the 360 is telling us is the same thing, same picture. We got to exit before 1210, 11210 and 11225. And right now this is resting in the buying zone area. Is a very tricky, and looking to buy near 11150. That means another 10-20 pips cheaper. And you should be exiting at 11180. If the yen weakness definitely is expected to be weaker. If it's weaker, then you can see 11210. Okay, so this is the situation here. Okay, let me double check with the chart. Then I'll give you a final answer for this. Okay, so now we have the market right now. This is testing the low. 1110 is lower than yesterday's low, which is also agreed. And right now, if you look at your 360, looks like we may have seen a base. Okay, looks like. So we should not see the price going below 30 or 50, 55. Okay, we should not be seeing below this level, and we should be exiting before 112. Okay, this is the resistance here, 112. So I think if you want to trade this, okay, my suggestion is you try to buy at 50. Okay, 11150, and the stop loss should be at 25, 11125, and your TP should be at 80. 11180 if you are a conservative trader. If you are an aggressive trader, then we should be exiting at 11205 or 11210. Okay, the only clue I can tell you now is, okay, this is going to come down for another 30 minutes. Okay, so this is another clue I can give you, or another tips I can tell you. So, and the low is still not seen yet. So we don't have to be in a hurry to go for a buy on this. Okay, we go for a buy on this. So we wait for the price to come down, then try to enter cheaper, then we exit it. Okay, so I hope I've given you a very clear idea on this. Okay, the next question is S&P and Nasdaq. Okay, let me give you Nasdaq. In fact, yesterday I felt that the high is seen. Okay, let me double check. Okay, looks like I think this is going to be the high. Okay, let me see. Since you're trading on Nasdaq, see when we trade on Nasdaq, the one thing you have to take note is usually you need to pay attention to the volume. Okay, so there is a very high chance that this is the major high or pivot high that you have seen. So now you got to sell, and I don't see the price going beyond uh, 19885. Okay, now what I'm trying, what I'll do is I'll do from the chart, then I'll go to the system, then I'll show you. See, we will do the other way around to see whether this thing is giving you a comfort answer. So now what we feel is, okay, my view is the high is seen here. That means I should not see the price going beyond this high. That's one. Second thing is today's high, I'm not expecting beyond 19890. Okay, 19890. And this is going to be a very choppy trading. And you can only see a big move coming in when the price breaks 19820 and 19795. Okay, take down all this number. If you're trading, take down all this number. That means we need to see a break of 19820 for the weakness to come in, or even 19795. If these two levels break, then we should comfortably see 19695 and 19670. Okay, so you write down all these numbers. Then let me see, share the thing, then I'll see whether I can give you the same number. Okay, for Nasdaq, okay, let me change the screen now. Okay, you see what I was telling from the chart. Okay, now I'm referring back to you. Remember I told you 19890. Okay, so that is the selling zone level. So that means I should not see the price going above this level. Even if it breaks, then 199,930, which is yesterday's high, is a critical level to note, and the price should not go above these two levels. So the system is giving you the same answer. Okay, the next thing is your, I remember I told you 198, for weakness to be seen. Okay, you see the same thing. The weakness to be seen, 19830 has to break. Okay, I think I said 19830, right? Then the next level is 19790. Okay, so this is the selling level. So the chart and the system giving you the same answer. So that means once it breaks 19790, we should see the weakness coming in. Until then, we will not be seeing any weakness. And 19830 is a very key level to note. Okay, this is the key level to note because it's still in a buying zone area. So these are the two levels we need to note. And remember, the target I gave you was 1,700. So what the system is telling you is 19725 is a target. And if you can really break, then we can see even lower towards 19660. Okay, let me double check. Yeah, 19680. Okay, I think 19705, 19680. That's the level we are looking at in the event. If let's assume that that level breaks and the level should hold. So I've given you all the answers, meaning I've given you we have seen the high, which is the boundary which I've seen. So today I'm not expecting the price to go beyond 1890, and 1830 has to break for weakness to come in, and 19785 or 790 is the next key level to see further weakness. So these are the two key levels or two benchmark levels we need to see. Then we can go for a wait for a sell and wait to book the profit. So on the same note, okay, if you look at S&P, it's the same thing, 5644. Okay, that is your yesterday's high, and today's high is 5634. Okay, so the same scenario, 5637. As long as it doesn't go above 5637, this is in a selling mode. So looks like we may have seen the low. Okay, of course, the price has to break 5615 and 5633 for further weakness to be seen. Okay, let me double check. Yeah, we should not see the price going above 38, and we should see 26 half breaking and 20 breaking. Then only weakness towards 5610. Okay, so just see how just within 1 minute you can decide what you want to do, how you want to trade. Of course, if you do it with the chart, then that would be the same thing. Okay, so we have seen volume spike up, but still yeah, I think the top is seen. It's a similar situation, it's a similar chart. So I don't see the price going above 35 and 39. Okay, so these are my levels. Yeah, 35 and 39. Then 26 has to break for weakness to come in, and 19 is the more important level. Once it breaks this level, then the market will have a big drop. So this is the thing we need to take note. Okay, so any more questions or anything you all need to know? Okay, if not, then we can end the session. Just before one last time, I think. Okay, the services, of course, we provide a lot of services. Okay, I just want you to just take note that when is the next session? The next session is coming Friday. Okay, coming Friday, this Friday, August 23rd. and this is at 7:45 same time. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a news trading, if I'm not mistaken. So I got to look at it. So if you are interested, I welcome you again. And of course, if you have any friends, please tag them and bring them along. So at least we can have, the more we discuss, the more we share ideas, the more easy and more comfortable you would be, right? So with that, I conclude today's session. Okay, and thank you very much, and looking forward to see you again next week. Okay, till then, goodbye. Thanks. Bye.